environment where your staff take emails at the weekend, why not go to the cinema on a Tuesday afternoon? We are always on. We are always on. People at this table are probably doing some work, at this event are probably doing some work because we've got to get emails out to take care of work. Is there anybody here that is completely free from having to do anything at work today? They're just here to totally concentrate on what's going on today. Roberta? John? Andrew? Tim? Excellent. Who has got to focus on some stuff that we've got to do at work here today? Just be honest. If you have, this is just the way it is. That's a huge number, isn't it? So some people are present, slightly present, because they're still thinking that email that they may need to send off or the client they need to talk to during the day as well. And it's become very increasingly difficult for us to be able to give ourselves focus or give ourselves completely over to something. So now what actually happens to us is, there was years ago, when you think about this, 20 years ago, you left work on a Friday afternoon and you went home. You had a phone, which was a landline at home. If you were very fancy, you might have had a messaging or answering machine with that. We never had one in our house. I think it was, how many years ago did they actually have the answering service that Aircom provided? Or Telecom Éireann provided at the time, where you could actually have someone at the end of the line taking a message. For years, we never had that. Sure, we didn't. So if you rang, you weren't in. It went nowhere. It went into the ether. Great. You're absolutely right. So when it came to the weekend, and you came home on Friday afternoon, or you decided to go off with your wife or your partner, or whatever you want to do for the weekend, you were incontactable, unless they knew where you are and they needed to track you down. But for most of the time, we weren't trackable. So we were off and we were doing stuff like mountain climbing or surfing or whatever it was we wanted to do for the weekend. And we didn't have to worry about any of these different types of things. But now we've created a world where we don't. And every single one of us in this room has probably taken, and do regularly take, emails at times where we would rather be doing something completely different. Or we are doing something completely different. How many of us have been at dinner where I just need to go outside and take this phone call because it's work related? And this is what we do quite a lot. If you created a work environment where your staff take emails, why not go to the cinema on Tuesday? I'm going to hark back to a couple of different people, and Ricardo Semler is one of this. And Henry, have you read 7 Day Working Weekend? And what a brilliant book. And the whole concept about that is that if you're prepared to do this, if you're prepared to take on work at the weekend, and we think it's not work because we're sitting in front of X Factor and we're doing it, I'm not personally sitting in front, but some people, I'll just use that as an example. But people are sitting in front of certain programs or whatever, or TV, and then they're also trying to multitask as well at the same time. And if you're prepared to do that and give this to the organization that you're working for, the company, or expect your staff to do it, you've also got to expect that if they turn up on a Tuesday afternoon and says, I'm out of here because James Bond is on and I've got a ticket for it, and you've got to be prepared to allow to do that. One of the guys I'm going to talk about a little bit later, Yvon Chouinard from the company called Patagonia, has written a book called Let My People Go Surfing. And the wonderful thing about Yvon Chouinard was his organization came out of a love for what he does. So with the Patagonia outdoor clothing company, they originally made parts to go mountain climbing when nobody else was making that. So they had to make the little things that hack into the rock as well to be able to get them there, and the rope and all that kind of stuff wasn't freely available. So he said, I need to design this because I love being outdoors. He says, but if I love being outdoors, I'm also going to love working around people who love being outdoors. So everybody he employs are people that he would love to spend time with, to go down and have dinner with. They're the type of people he wants. He wants people who are involved in the outdoors. So one of the things he's written a great book called Let My People Go Surfing, and the idea is this same concept, that if it's Wednesday afternoon and surf is up, and they've got their offices in Ventura in California, well, we're out of here and we're going surfing. They actually have a surf report and reception area to do. The receptionist is a guy who gets us, the first thing he gets, every morning comes in, he gets a surf report, puts it up on a big flip chart like this, a board inside, so everybody knows that surf at 3 is looking good, so you make a decision today, you get your work done in between that. Do you think that the company those workers give back? Yeah. Do they? Do you think they slack off? No, they don't. They actually do give back. He's got a very committed group of people. They love what they do. They know what they're on message to do. And they know that outside of that, if they have to go and do the things they do enjoy, why would you want to infringe the people or impede the people that love doing what you're trying to sell to the rest of the public to do? Why would you try and stop them doing that? So if they want to go out and they want to go mountain climbing and they want to go surfing, let them go